Let us check in now with the man who helped start all of this. Look at this guy. Whoa. Wow. There's a lot to take in here.
I thought appropriate. Now,
first of all, talking to the microphone. It's not your first day on the job.
Before we start.
What is that? Oh, is that a Gina Carano?
Happy Hanukkah.
Wow.
It's actually, her name is Cara Dune.
I don't know what to make of this whole situation. First of all, new glasses.
Well, new glasses. No, like
I've never seen
kinda.
these. Are you bringing back the thing you
The long hair? No,
what was that
not
thing
quite.
called again?
Man bun?
Man bun, yes. Are you bringing this back?
No, it's just it's at an intermediary stage right now where it's like.
But are you bringing it back?
No.
Okay.
That ended.
That
show actually was the first time anybody seen me without the hair. That was it.
I was the one who said, "Look, we're on ESPN now. It's not Vox Media anymore." Okay.
It's not coming back. But
yes, thank
happy
you. Happy
Hanukkah.
Wow. Can I see it?
Yeah.
It's very nice. It's a nice addition. My own Cara Dune, which you can actually watch right now on Disney Plus. Is it Cara or Cara? She gave me crap for it and I don't remember which one she said.
I'm going to say Cara.
Cara?
Yeah.
All right. So, it's good to have you here for more than 45 seconds. It's great to see you as always.
Fantastic.
In case people don't listen to the Wednesday podcast, New York Ric revealed recently that he and the brilliant Tessa Hirsch, I should say, head up the ESPN MMA Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages. And as I said online late last year, one of my favorite developments of the past year was seeing you two work together. Incredible teammates. You guys have done a phenomenal. How many followers do we have on Instagram now?
We're almost 600K.
Almost 600K. It's unbelievable. So one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on here was to give me your take on some of my words. You've been watching, right?
I have been watching.
You're known for a bad pick or two. But before we get your take, let's finish up the awards, shall we?
Yeah.
Here are the rest of my awards, and you can let me know if you're okay or not with these as well. Story of the year, the rise of Jorge Masvidal. Agree or disagree?
No brainer.
The resurrection, right? Nothing
Absolutely.
bigger than that. Event of the year, UFC 244, Masvidal, Diaz, November 2nd, Madison Square Garden.
Hard to argue, but you did mention the Rising card that made a strong case at the end of the year, but this is the card.
What about crowd of the year? It was electric in there. I mean, the freaking president was in attendance. UFC 244, Madison Square Garden. Remember the press conference the day before, how hot they were for Usman-Covington? Did I miss any there?
No, The Rock doesn't just show up to random events. That was the biggest event.
That was a big deal. And of course, the rivalry of the year started in January. Remember, they were going to headline an event in Anaheim. They canceled the event. It spilled into the Palms Casino. Colby was just trying to get crab legs at the end of the day. And then it ended on the final pay-per-view of the decade, Usman-Covington. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree, but not strongly.
Okay.
I will take Askren and Masvidal.
Even though it kind of ended abruptly?
Yes, it ended abruptly, but I feel like Usman and Covington is a little bit one-sided. I feel like Colby was pushing that one forward almost on his own, and I feel like it takes two. In the case of Askren and Masvidal, you had two that were willing to play there. That's my pick, but I don't have a huge problem with yours.
I'm usually slow when it comes to like the cool things. Masvidal's playing on a different level. It has only occurred to me now. You know what I'm going to say, right? The Who was in reference, the owl stuff was in reference to the Usman Who.
Correct.
I'm slow. You knew that?
You
right
just
away?
picked that up now.
I just picked it up right now. In fact, someone tweeted it and was like, hey, you missed this.
Yeah.
I mean, I did ask, so I was kind of playing dumb, but not really playing dumb.
Right, you were actually in the dark on that one. Great appearance by Masvidal today.
Great appearance. Okay, so now the floor is yours.
Sure.
We got 5 minutes here. What did I screw up on? I will say you've been watching the two that I still kind of feel sick about. Male Fighter of the Year, Coach of the Year, and Female Fighter of the Year. All three really tough ones.
I would love to dog you and come out here and say that all your picks were trash.
Yes.
They were not.
Okay.
I thought your picks were
Male
good this
fighter.
year. I disagree, but I'll say I understand the thought process.
Who'd you pick?
It's got to be Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
You're adding the context. You're adding the expectations, right?
Right.
Heading into the year, Masvidal wasn't supposed to be this fighter. He wasn't supposed to have this year. He wasn't supposed to make this rise.
Come back, most improved.
He exceeded expectations to a higher degree than, let's say, Israel Adesanya, who coming off a really good 2018 was set for this year. But if you break down the resumes, if you look at beating who was the best ever in that division, then beating who was the number one contender.
Anderson?
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you, but do we have to add that?
Well, I just mean, if we're going to go shot for shot.
Fair enough.
Till knockout in London.
Fair enough.
And I'm just saying, it was tough. It was really tough.
Well, that's not the order. I think Till was one of his better wins. Was one of Masvidal's better wins.
In order, in chronological.
But Anderson Silva,
Yeah.
then Kelvin Gastelum, which I think is a very, very impressive win just based on how that fight went, based on how Kelvin's fared in the division, and then finishing with Robert Whittaker, who hasn't lost in 9 fights, multiple years, was the longest reigning champion, and then was taken out by Israel Adesanya. Not a bad choice for Masvidal. I would have gone Adesanya.
Okay, what
Understand
about
the thoughts.
What about Coach?
I mean, you dogged Coach Eric.
I did? You would have gone with him? I was looking for you to give me some actual...
I cannot. 2 double champs.
How can you pick
botched it.
Adesanya for male fighter of the year and not his coach?
I think it's perfectly reasonable. His coach is not the reason, is not the driving force behind why he was able to have this year. In the case of Henry Cejudo and in the case of Pitbull, Coach Eric is the driving force behind that, as well as some other contenders. We know Paulo Costa, and a few others. So I'm feeling like you dogged Coach Eric.
Wow.
Unfortunately,
so you disagree with both those. What about female fighter?
You dropped the ball. I would have had Weili Zhang.
Okay.
I would have also picked that. Now I see you getting a lot of hate online for Amanda not picking Amanda Nunes. I do think people are forgetting that the Cyborg win was last year, at the very, very tail end of last year. This year, I think there's a case to be made for both of those fighters, and I have no problem with.
All right,
Weili Zhang.
you're now a self-proclaimed social media guru. Let's end on one that I'm not going
for
to
themselves, but yes.
weigh in on. Yes, they certainly do. Is there a social media MMA person of the year
There
other
is.
than me?
There's one person who stood above the rest.
Yes.
And that's Triple C Henry Cejudo.
Wow. Triple C is disparaging my name as of late last night.
You can't argue with what he was able to do on social media this year.
This is almost up there with the Ronda Rousey comeback.
That wasn't me, by the way. That was an imposter, I believe.
It was Lance Armstrong.
Henry Cejudo. Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
There's nothing better than this promo right here.
This was a pretty good promo.
I mean, and you know what? I feel like Captain Eric's hands were on this as well. So
wow. Now
I think you've really botched it.
What, the Dominic Cruz one with the diapers and all that?
We've got the Dominic Cruz one. We've got the Nikki Bella saga, the whole thing that played out there that you were involved with. It's Henry Cejudo's year on social media. Just look at this.
Not Max. I thought you were going to go Max Holloway, sentimental.
Well, you alluded to Max Holloway's great year on social media. I think that's definitely something that earned him Mensch of the year.
Yeah.
But Henry Cejudo had the best social media impact.
Okay.
From not being a great social media person a year ago to now becoming
he was a
darling.
Hello, everyone. It's Ariel Helwani. I just came here to thank you for watching our ESPN YouTube channel. It's the best. You know what else is the best? The ESPN app. You can get highlights, analysis, all that stuff and more. And if you want premium content and live streaming sports, there's only one place for all of that. It's ESPN Plus.